What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This here is a Christian Trucker coming at you with another video. I actually did a little bit of editing on this. Hopefully it'll be alright. This here is going through Atlanta, Georgia on my way back from North Carolina on our first load back OTR instead of running the local route. Kind of funny. Me and Curtis, we decided we was going to do a competition of sorts to see who can gross the most revenue. Right before I took this load, I beat him. I beat him bad because I didn't even have to pull a mile. He had a pretty good week, but I sold 3 pieces of equipment, so my gross revenue kind of outran his. He was like, "That's not fair. I can't stand it, man. You sold equipment. That ain't fair." Anyway, we thought it was funny, but we're gonna be, when we're both up and running, I'll tell y'all about all that in a minute. We're going to have a little competition about who can get the most gross, and we'll get into some more numbers like that, because I like to play with the numbers, and I think it's a good resource and a good tool and education for those that are looking to get in the business to be talking about the numbers. And I've been playing with some of them this morning. I actually had a few minutes to sit here and go over the numbers because my truck is in the shop. Y'all get this? Okay, let's start from the beginning. Me and Curtis decided to pick 2 loads leaving Louisiana headed toward North Carolina. Same pickup, same delivery, same days. So I go and pick mine up, and then he goes and picks his up. But on the way to his delivery, his radiator blows up. So his truck is down. He made it to where we could get it to our home shop. That's the good part. The better part is they got him moving within 2 days. It was $3,017 for a new radiator on that Freightliner Cascadia, which is about a little bit more than what I paid to have mine put in my truck about a year ago. Those Freightliner Cascadias have an aluminum core with plastic tops, and those plastic tops bust after being ran for so long. You know, hot and cold, plastic's not going to hold up forever. So yeah. About the same mileage, those radiators popped. Mine was a little over 600 and his was a little over 600, and they just ain't made to go forever, y'all. So that was $3,000. And then my truck, I went on to North Carolina while he waited on his truck. I got up there to North Carolina right before I pulled into Charlotte. The gall darn air conditioner and engine fan quit blowing. And y'all, it was hot. It was in the 90s. Oh, I sweated down, but luckily I had just put new batteries in our bunk air conditioner, and that helped enormously, being able to sleep at least. It was not fun. I got it back home because I got a load coming back straight down to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and as soon as I got that off my back, we put it in the shop. And they got that first truck out really quick. But this truck's already been in there 5 days. And they're just now going to pull it up there and start working on it today. But it's more than just a truck. When I dropped the load in Hattiesburg, I busted something in the trailer on the axles. And I couldn't even slide my axles. So I had to drive that sucker back with the axles all the way back. And where I dropped it at is the lot's pretty tight. So that was fun and interesting. Hopefully we'll get it back, but Curtis has been running ever since he delivered his load in Charlotte. Once the radiator was fixed, he got it delivered, but she's given us some short issues. There's a short in that truck somewhere. We've had multiple shops try to find it. See, it was a northern truck, Champ was, and with all the corrosion and stuff from those salty roads, something on there is not making a good connection. And he managed to get it running a little consistently now that he's out of the Carolinas, but he had to do regen, and it's still, I don't know if it's something with the batteries connections or with the OnGuard, but we're going to take it to Fleet Services in Laurel. In my experience so far around here, they're quick and they're honest, and I really appreciate the help that they've already gave my company so far. It was really something to behold the way they treated us with my radiator and with old timer had an incident with his lift gate. It wasn't wanting to work. They came out, didn't even charge us a dime, man. Just helped him get rolling again. I was going to see if they could work on my truck, but they couldn't get me in. And I told them I'd just come on back down to my home shop. I wish they had a shop over closer to my area, around McComb, Mississippi area, but they don't. So maybe one day. We're working on that. I'm trying to talk them into it. By the way, y'all saw on the header a while ago, SandersLLC.net. That is our new website. There is a link on there for you to put in your application, because it goes straight to OOIDA, because they do my compliance stuff. You can start an application process with them if y'all would like to come work for us. We're hoping to be adding some people on, but here the last little bit we've had some setbacks. So, you know, we're not going to add somebody as quick as I had hoped. Now, if you got your own truck, trailer, and everything, call me, email me, whatever you need to do. Maybe we can bring you on. We'll treat you fair. We won't lie to you. We'll try to help you make money so we can make money. That's what it's all about. We ain't out here for our help, you know. Alright, so on that same topic of money, how we make money and the things we have to do and keep track of. How often do you keep up with your cost per mile as an owner-operator? How much does it cost to be an owner-operator? There's two categories you need to keep track of. The first one is your fixed cost. That's going to be your truck note, your trailer note, your insurance, load boards, phones, software, etc. Everything that has a steady monthly note. Those are your fixed costs because you know what they're going to be each and every month. You need to total them up. You need to have them divided down to 4 so you know how much you spend in per week in fixed costs. Mine are around $1,600. Your variable cost are the things that your fuel, your scales, repairs / services, and your driver pay. You need to have your variable cost at least figured for a 2,000 mile week. How much fuel, how much your driver's going to get paid on 2,000 miles. But the great thing about the variable cost is that truck don't move 1 mile. It don't cost you anything in that category. You'll just have those fixed costs. That's why it's so important to keep those fixed costs as low as possible. Your variable costs, they're what they are, variables. You never really know from week to week. You can guesstimate. Like my guesstimation on a 2,000 mile week is about $26.36. So both of my figures for a 2,000 mile week would come up about $42.38. That's the total cost. So in order to make money, to make a profit, my company needs to get $2.12 per mile on all miles in order to make a profit. Now that's figuring fuel pretty high and a few extra for repairs, but you need to be putting that money to the side anyway, because repairs pop up when you least expect it. Fuel prices can go up. Drivers, you can pretty well figure what your driver's going to make. I figured that at 50 cents per mile. My driver does a little better than that. If y'all want a job, holler at me. I can tell you how. SandersLLC.net. That's the new website. But remember, keep track every week. Not every month. You need to track them every week. What's your fixed cost, your variable cost? Run them together. See if you actually made money that week. Because you need to know week to week if you're making money or if you lost money. And if you have too many in a row where you're losing money, you got to back up and punt. You got to figure out something different. Don't wait until you are having to take personal money and put into your business before things start failing. Anyway, that's all for this video. God bless, and we will catch y'all on the next ride.